I just said, Zach, remember the first time we met? It was the University of Utah Relay for Life in the spring of 2017. That means I've known you for almost a decade, but I feel like it's been a lifetime. That spring I was pulled into the event to be the advocacy chair, but I had never been to a relay. I had no clue what I was getting into, which that's totally true. Jamie told me to wear purple and show up for the Survivor dinner. The problem? I didn't own anything purple. I went and bought a nice button-down blouse and showed up in slacks and dress shoes. I felt like such an idiot. So any of you who have been to a relay, that's not exactly the appropriate attire. You never made me feel that way though. You embraced my approach and brought me into the relay family without hesitation. We spent that summer going to many events, slowly learning how much we had in common. Then, that fall, the car. After that night, I knew we would never be just friends again. We were family. You were just as dear to me as a brother. I think that car was the best thing that ever happened. Just for some context, it was a car for the Cancer Action Network we created that we took to the Making Strides event and had everybody sign up. It was that year that the American Cancer Society was pushing legislation for banning smoking in vehicles with young children in it, which was behind that, and took the car with us and probably got thousands of signatures on it, but that was quite a night putting that together. Ask Sid about it sometime, but now they're stuck with me because of it. So, let's see. I think that car was the best thing that ever happened. Even if all three of us, me, you, and Sid, at some point wanted to murder each other, which is absolutely also true. From Relay to Colleges Against Cancer and the I Put Out t-shirts, I don't think I would have survived my senior year at school without you. Well, and I guess Sid too. You've been there for me through some of my most difficult trials. You've always made me a better person. I realize that we bonded over a lot of things we don't like, such as stupid people, cancer, Republicans. That doesn't matter though. That doesn't mean our friendship wasn't full of amazingly positive memories as well though. It was awesome. Some of my favorites include driving the car, Reno, dressing up as 80s pop stars, that mullet though, it's on the program, it was pretty amazing. Many late nights planning and prepping, including that night in the hotel. The balloon arch, debatable as to whether or not that's a positive memory though, because it definitely flew away before the event even started. He probably wouldn't count that as a positive memory, but I thought it was pretty great. Countless luminary ceremonies, last-minute rescuing of other people's failures. Sorry. We always killed it. Let's just not talk about the fight back ceremony that Sid and Zach and I did. That was not our best moment. Anyway, signing the bus on Capitol Hill, attempting to make food in your very poorly stocked kitchen. Who doesn't have a cutting board? Me finally breaking down to buy you a cutting board. Late nights, Anderson Cooper, long talks about nothing, and an amazing drag show. I can't believe how good you looked in that dress. I went shopping with him to get that dress, and I walked out of there feeling much less womanly. I was very impressed. He didn't even need the stuff that brought. He just looked really good in that dress. And everything in between. Thank you for being my brother in this fight. I've said it before, and I will say it the rest of my life. The best thing that cancer gave me was you as my friend. Zach really was there for me for a lot of my down moments, but I will absolutely never forget all of the joys that he has brought to my life. He is the kind of person that made you feel better about yourself, unless you were doing something wrong or really. I should take that back. But he taught me a lot about a lot of really great things, and I was grateful to be the second little spoon in those situations, and I'm really glad for that. And I wore my best shoes today for him. I bought them at Payless.